Wow. Democrats and the media refusing to correct the record after labeling Kyle Rittenhouse a white supremacist.
Joining us now, Fox News contributor Lara Trump. Lara, what do you make of this case and the media's representation of it?
Well, good morning, guys. This is nothing new, Carly, for the mainstream media. In fact, they've been trying to tell us what they want us to hear and not the truth for quite some time now. And people have finally started to wake up in America and say, wait a minute, I don't think I've been getting the facts from these quote unquote journalists out there, because that's not what they are at all. They're, a lot of these people consider themselves to be political activists, and they disguise themselves as journalists. But I think it's why you see the distrust in the media at an all-time high in our country right now, because you haven't been able to get the facts about a lot of things. They've been pushing a certain narrative for so long. Look at my father-in-law. Look at the Russia collusion hoax that for 2 years we had to endure every single day. People saying that Donald Trump, our family, anyone that worked for the campaign was a Russian asset of some variety. Look at people like Nicholas Sandmann and what happened to him, the Covington Catholic student, where he won a major lawsuit against so many major media outlets because they defamed him. They tried to push a narrative that he was doing something that he was not, that he was someone that he was not. And so we've seen it across the board. I personally want to give a big thank you to independent journalists, because without these individuals, we might never get the truth out about what is really going on in our country and around the world. Again, because there is a narrative that continues to be pushed by the far left media, and it is exactly what you guys are showing there, that they want their opinion out there. They do not want the truth to come out at all expenses, but they're paying the price because people are unsubscribing, people are not tuning in. A lot of these outlets have incredibly low viewership at this point, so they're ultimately going to pay the price, and it's time we got back to being journalists and telling the truth and giving the facts to the American people and allowing them to make their own conclusions.
Lara, let's take a listen to Kyle's mom, Wendy, on Hannity last night.
President Biden don't know my son whatsoever, and he's not a white supremacist, he's not a racist, and he did that for the votes.
Lara, as a mom yourself, can you imagine what that poor woman's going through right now?
Well, you can hear it in her voice, Todd. I mean, she's absolutely broken. Her son is on trial for something horrific. This whole situation is terrible. No one would ever want to find their child in a situation like this on either end of this, and it's terrible. But then to have your child labeled by the current president of the United States as a white supremacist, I mean, really? That is very, very extreme. The media, by the way, was happy to push that narrative out there. They were also happy to cover up for Joe Biden, like we saw them do for the campaign for him last year, whenever they didn't report on the Hunter Biden laptop story, when they coddled Joe Biden like a small child to give him the best opportunity possible to stay out of the public eye, because they knew that he could not speak to the American people. Now we see what a disaster that has become now that he is president of the United States. So you feel very bad for everyone involved in this. And instead of just letting the facts come out at a trial like they should, the media, of course, jumped to conclusions and condemned this child, this kid, before he even got to trial.
Lara, let's talk about President Biden's Build Back Better plan, because he has pledged not to raise taxes on anybody making less than $400,000. And the Nonpartisan Tax Policy Center found that the plan does, in fact, raise taxes on 20 to 30% of middle-income families. This is going to be a big problem for him, and it could give moderate senators the ammunition they need not to pass this.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the better in Build Back Better. When do we get to that point? When are we building back anything, Joe Biden? I'd love to get some answers on that. But, this study was very interesting. We knew, we said last year, Joe Biden will raise taxes on you. And here we are. It is happening right now. Even if he doesn't raise taxes, though, everyone is paying more for everything right now in America, from a gallon of gas to groceries to 2x4s. Inflation is through the roof, and we are feeling it as Americans every single day in our wallets, in our pocketbooks, and at our bottom line. And so to couple what has already happened with the possibility that, yes, we are in the middle class going to see tax hikes, I don't know how people can ultimately sustain this. And we better be careful, because we're headed down a very slippery slope here. And soon, you know, the average salary is going to be somewhere around $500,000 in America. A loaf of bread is going to be like $10,000. And to buy gas, you're going to have to pay $50,000. That is where we are headed with inflation on the way up. It's very scary.
You have a great weekend, Lara Trump.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.